Ladies and gentlemen, your opening professional bout will be a kick weight of 180 pounds. Bucky line complete fighter. Your record does not. Will be Jimmy Ely, introduced first. Fighting out of the fracture red corner. Tonight, he makes his professional debut, weighing 179 pounds. Fighting out of Canada, Knoxville, Tennessee, Stewart. Standard up game, fighting out of the OEV blue corner. Tonight, he also makes his professional debut. He weighs 180 pounds. Fighting out of Tennessee, Steve Thomas.
Professional action here. Two debuting pros. Steve Thomas from Johnson City, right here near Bluntville, as the site of Apex Fights 4, going against Alan Stewart from Knoxville out of KMAA. John Morehouse joined by Josh, Kate, and Tyler Minton here for this pro fight. Gentlemen, you're both professional fighters yourself. What do you remember briefly about your own pro debuts?
Man, I was nervous, very nervous. I was fighting a guy with a lot of boxing experience. You know, it was just kind of the first time that I really felt like it mattered as much, because this affects my income. You know, this is a bill paid. This is gas in my truck. It was just a much better feel. I mean, it was much more nerves, but it just felt for the first time ever that I did this. You know.
There we go. We got kind of the striker versus grappler matchup here, just based on reputation. Steve Thomas hits pretty hard. Stewart submitted most of the people that he faced as an amateur. So we'll see how this one goes. Josh, what do you see as the breakdown on this one?
Well, Stewart's probably going to look for cage pressure, going to try to work him to the ground and grind on him. Thomas wants to land the big bombs. I know he's a pretty strong guy. I've rolled with him before. It's just who's going to establish their dominance and break the other guy's will.
Thomas with a knee, trading some knees there up against the fence. Stewart trying for the takedown, but Tyler Thomas has done a good job so far defending it.
Man, he's hard to take down. I've trained with Steve off and on for years now. Very unassuming. You know, you look at him, he is a big, strong guy, but it's a very weird strength. It's not that explosive strength that sometimes you see with MMA fighters. It's more of that slow, grindy, just comes on slowly and very strong kind of strength he has.
Not the most impressive of takedowns, but Stewart lands in side control. We're close to it, Josh.
Yeah, this is definitely what he wants. You know, he's going to lay on him. He's going to grind on him. Thomas does have the underhook here, creating some space. Looks like we got good top pressure by Stewart, though, and he's going to start landing some elbows and try to grind on him.
Important to mention, this is the first time these guys have been able to use elbows.
Yep.
Can be a game changer in itself, and a lot of guys don't know how to handle that new power.
Elbows and knees to the head, both illegal in professional MMA. As Stewart takes Thomas's back.
He's trying to flatten him out here so he can put in the choke. Thomas doing a good job of staying on his base, though. He's got to peel those hooks out, though.
Kind of hard to see from our vantage point what Stewart made. Is he looking for the choke still, you think, Josh? Or yep, there he goes.
Looks like we might have a glove grab there. Trying to get the choke under the chin. Now Stewart moves into mount. Got to watch for the arm bar. He's got to watch his space, though, because the cage is in the way.
Logistically, just too difficult to hook it in that position, but Stewart really kind of just having his way with Thomas here on the ground.
He might have it in here.
Got the choke.
Pretty tight. Steve doing his best to hang on at this point. I think that's all he can do, and it's over.
Submission victory for Alan Stewart. A successful pro debut. Tyler, what'd you see there on the way he set up the finish?
Man, he did really well. He stayed on. Steve would move to change position a few times, but the important thing is Alan stayed on top. He kind of moved with Steve as Steve moved, never lost his positioning, never rushed it, took his time, rested a little bit in that position, then synced it in for the win.
There you have it. We'll get the official announcement of the decision from Cody, and Josh Kate will talk to our winner, Alan Stewart, and more pro MMA action from Apex 4 when we return on this episode of Valor Fights.
Ladies and and gentlemen, referee Jimmy Neely's going to stop this fight 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the first round. Your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Alan Stewart.
Here we are with your winner in our first pro fight of the night, Alan Stewart. Talk to me about getting your first pro win. Not only your first pro win, but you came into enemy territory.
First and foremost, we got to give praise and honor to our Lord Jesus, Savior Christ. Without Him, nothing is possible, but with Him, we can do anything. Coming in here, feels great to get the victory, of course. I want to give a shout out to Steve Thomas for taking a fight. We changed the weight, 2 weeks out or something, he still took it. That takes a real man to do that, Appreciate that very much. Give this opportunity still. Feels great to get the first.
Talk to me now. This is your first pro fight, and I saw you landed some elbows from the top there. How'd it feel to get to unleash some elbows?
It kind of feels weird. It's like I can really do that. So it's awesome. I mean, it's just another arsenal in the game.
So this was a catch weight at 180. Are you looking to go to 170? You going to stay at 85?
Yeah, I'm looking to go to 170. I got sick and couldn't really train, and some other things happened, and I was out for about 2 weeks worth of training, and the diet just wasn't going down. So I'm gonna get it right and go to 170.
Who are we looking to fight at 170?
Whoever Eric Turner says, it doesn't matter.
Good. Thank any sponsors?
Just thank all the fans for showing up and supporting us. You guys are a major part of us being allowed to do this. Thanks to my teammates for pushing me every day and kicking my butt. Thank you to my beautiful wife, Amanda, supporting me and putting up with the stuff that she does. Without none of them, none of this would be happening. So I owe a lot of it to them.
Well, congratulations on your win, your first pro fight.
Thank you.
Alan Stewart, everybody.